It had been going on like this for nearly an hour. Henry Trellis of the Andorran Navy had been clinking glasses and regaling his fellow officers with the tale of how he had finally chased down and captured Renlock, the legendary pirate of the equally legendary Brass Bird. For decades, this ship had been pillaging not just the Andorran coast, but all along the inner sea. It had always managed to escape capture until today. And Trellis was confident this addition into his already respectable resume would be the difference between captaincy and admiralty, and so he had mostly ignored his prisoner. Renlock sat, silently observing. He had said very little. What would he have to say? Certainly there was no pleading his case or claiming a mistaken identity. He accepted his fate. And yet, when Captain Trellis sauntered back over to the table where Renlock was manacled and leaned over and said, "You know, Renlock, we're going to put you and your crew away for a very, very long time. What you've taken from my people and the people of the inner sea is piracy that can never fully be repaid. But your crimes, at least, will finally be answered for." And Renlock was accepting of his fate, that he would be imprisoned, but when it came to his crew, he found himself motivated. "Ye captured me fair and square, lad. And put me away as you will. I deserve nothing less, but me crew were just following orders. Now, if you're finally finished celebrating your victory, perhaps you'd be willing to listen to a proposition I have for ye." "I'm disinclined to listen to any words you have to say, pirate, but I suppose you're no danger to me. What is it that you have to say?" Welcome back once again, Scrappers, to Jimmy Fame Presents Bonus Against the Machine, More Pod for Your Bod, sponsored by Charlie of the Lizard Folks Chicken Emporium. More cluck for your buck. I am once again your host, Jeff, and if you caught the first part of this adventure, you've learned that our grasp of Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules is an excellent example of what could only be categorized as a work very much in progress. Just for you, Scrappers, a little peek behind the curtain to acknowledge that we recorded the following immediately after we recorded last week's episode. That means that there are some things that we get wrong, and we get fewer things wrong when we conclude the Sundered Waves adventure. But for this one, we're just going to get out in front and admit that there are some things wrong. But be that as it may, we return to the crew of the Brass Bird, and when we last left this intrepid band of adventurers, they had gathered together at the behest of a clockwork parrot named Kahlo, the very same parrot who was once the ever-present companion of their former captain, Captain Renlock. The crew had not gathered together in 5 years, but learned from Kahlo that Renlock had passed away in prison, and were given a fragment of a map and told to come meet here, the very site in which the Brass Bird was sunk all those years ago. So meet up they did. Banram Divis, Hieronymus Hiram Kegdrainer, Majuli and Tolu Hammerpaw met back together, along with a few companions, Sphinx and Shiroshin. And they solved a riddle on the tiller of the Brass Bird, unlocking a hidden cavern. Boldly striding forth with both a rapier and a sword, no way to shield, Hiram led the way, and the crew found themselves soon in a harrying battle with some giant ants. Hiram slew one of a betrothed couple of ants, and the crew faces off the remaining two combatants in this harrowing encounter. And so we find ourselves with Tolu at the top of the round. And Sphinx, the ferocious bird companion, is in the arms of an ant jewel. And we return once more to combat. It is Tolu's turn.
I'm going to start my turn with a question. Do these ants have weak points? I don't know how Pathfinder 2 defines a weak point, but it seems there's spindly little legs.
In 1E, knowledge is free, but in 2E, recall knowledge is an action. So you could use one of your 3 actions to see if you could determine anything like that about a giant ant.
I have trained this particular move, Precision. You've trained to aim for your prey's weak points. So presumably that's already done, assuming this ant has them.
Ah, you're talking about like a particular type of shot.
Yes, yeah. Yes, so that is just a thing that I have, and it was supposed to be the first time. So my second question is, this is not the first time hitting it, or wouldn't be the first time hitting it, but I forgot to roll it last time. So if you would like to give me an extra D8, either for the last one they'd actually hit, or say that this is the first time I hit it. But those are 2 separate questions for you, Jeff. Does this ant have weak spots? If so, can I get an extra D8?
I mean, yeah, it has weak spots. And yes, you can roll that extra D8.
Love that. And that is my 3rd one of the evening, so
Ooh.
I'm giving up on Pathfinder 2E after this turn. So that's, 1 addition damage than last time. This time, seeing his bird friend in danger, Tolu does not step forward because it seems like a decent area to shoot from, but we'll be aiming at the same bird as they have their called shot already, or whatever you call it, hunted prey thing. So now I can now use hunted shot as 1 action, which allows me to take 2 quick shots against the one you hunt. Make 2 strikes, so let's do that. I'm just going to roll 2 d20s because that's faster. Oh god. Those aren't good. Okay, so that is going to be a 21 and a, what is this, a 6? And a 19 to hit this little top ant here that's attacking my bird.
Oh, that top ant is taking 2 arrows to its bug face. They both hit.
Great, excellent. All right, and those are both a D8. So that is 5 points of damage from the first arrow, and 8 points of damage from that second arrow.
Ooh.
So those are, let's see, I did my attack action. I'm going to command my bird to attempt to free itself. You said athletics.
Athletics, but so you only used 1 action this turn so far, right? Your hunted shot, so you would still get...
Correct, yes, I'm assuming.
1 more before you command.
Oh, wait, you can just keep
Sphinx.
attacking? How fun.
I mean, you can. Now that you're not hunted shotting, you'll have that penalty.
We'll take a third shot. Nope, that's not great. That is going to be 14. Does a 14 hit this ant?
It does not.
14 does not hit the ant. Okay, then I'm going to shout to my bird, "Fly away! It's dangerous!" And see if that works.
Did you, on your second shot, did you include the -5 when you had the 19?
No. So you can undo 8 points of damage.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that was the 5, wink.
Sounds good. I'm rolling for my bird to get free, and that is, God, all of these dice are going in the trash. A 13 I don't think does it, right? We said that's not.
Oh, it doesn't. Poor Sphinx.
Yeah, no, it's not doing great. Can I make an attempt to do the same thing on that turn? That feels...
You can. Yeah, you can do another athletics check, and there's no penalty on it because it doesn't have the attack trait.
Okay. Try again. That's a 1. I've just done here.
I think with a 1, it kind of nestles deeper into the ant. It's
kills my bird.
Sphinx embraces death.
It's at home.
Sphinx. Too old for this.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Well, that does bring us back to the ants. How long, could you remind me how long the dazzled is for? Is that just for the 1 round because of the support action? I know there's persistent bleed, and that's sticking around, but the dazzled...
I think the dazzled is as long as it's bleeding.
Yes, yeah, correct.
Like it's bleeding like around the eye area.
That what Sam said. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay. Well, did the flat check. Flat check taken. He can definitely act for this first action. I'll just do the flat check for the other 2 actions so I can breeze along. Ooh, fails for the 3rd action. So he'll only get 2 actions this turn. And striking out with this agile stinger at old Sphinxaroo, that is a 22, and because Sphinx is grabbed, it is his AC is reduced by 2, because he's flat-footed.
That will make it a 21, their AC is, so a 22 will hit.
Okay. Oh, almost rolled a D26 instead of a D6. Like, that would have been wrong.
Just want to use my bird for more than one fight.
Hey, well, 8 points of damage from the first stinger, and we'll need another fortitude save.
Fort saving.
Which, I mean, critically succeeded last time, so probably fine.
Fort save to 21 for the fort save, and then you said 8 points?
Yes, and past that fort, so good there. And then coming in with the second stinger, nope, does not succeed. So that will end that ant's turn, bringing us to the ant hugging a pseudo-dragon. Love the fan art coming in for this one. Shiroshin's AC -2 is what number?
20.
Okay, miss on that. Miss and miss. This stinger is flying and trying, but just can't do it. Yeah, I do need to roll the flat check to not bleed for that first ant, and then you would get to do some hot 2d4 there, Sphinx. Oh, nope, not one. Still bleeding.
Oof. All right, hot 2d4 action. That's a 3 and a 2. 5 bleeds.
Hey, the 5's back that we lost. So it's kind of a wash there. Like this ant needs to wash its eyes, am I right? And then the bottommost ant. Oh boy. It is going to still try and avenge its lost love.
Racked with guilt.
On old Hiram. Just going with the stinger this time. Ooh. I think I might have got you at the 26.
You do.
All right, man. Indeed. As I've seen in the chat, sting-a-ling. Let's do not a d20 worth of damage. Good mercy. This is going to be a fun one to edit. 6 points of piercing, plus a fort save required. Oh, Hiram, I'm sure your champion saves are just terrible. We'll assume you failed.
Oh, yeah. We should probably just do that. All right. Let's see. Old fort save. That's a 5 for a 17.
Oh, that actually is a fail.
Magnificent.
So that would bring you to stage 1. And we'll pause for edit. So you gain the effects for the first stage immediately upon failing the save, which is going to be some poison damage, and you're also going to be enfeebled 1. That is 7 points of stinger poison.
Excellent. 7 points of stinger poison. Wow. Alrighty. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a high, almost max poison damage. You can just wonder endlessly about what that die size is. Those D9s, am I right? Let's roll for more attacks, if we don't mind. I think I missed you on that one. 22.
22 does miss indeed.
Okay. And comical miss with a 5 total on that last one will end this ant's turn and surely its life. Banram, the masked wonder, you're up, sir.
Bantram is going to, once again brandishing his pistol, he's going to say, "All of you, I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. I gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you."
Hero point.
Yeah, I'm not proud of that. And that is a inspire courage once again. And then he's gonna aim his gun at the ant that is holding Sphinx. Carefully line up the barrel, and then throw a telekinetic projectile, just like a rock from the ground at the ant. So that's only a 17 to hit.
Oh, so close.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Go for it. You can use that Rickroll hero point.
19 on the die. So that is 31.
Yeah, that went from a miss to a crit. Great use of a hero point.
Nice. So I roll the dice and double it,
Indeed.
or roll double the dice.
Roll and double.
All right. So with a 3d6, that is 8 plus 5 is 13, so 26 total damage from the psychically thrown rock.
Really smooshed that ant.
You said how much?
It's 13, but doubled.
Wow. Yeah. You just kicked that ant's Rick Astley, and it is very, very dead. There's a T in there.
Imagine if it was just a really big rock, or if it was a little one, and it was like Gravity. George Clooney just going through it.
Accelerated through the skull of that ant.
And he's gonna blow the non-existent smoke off of his barrel and say, "This time, it's personal."
Oh, fan favorite.
And I'm done.
Banram, by far. And I need to state that I, a new 2E GM, should have had to spend an action to maintain the grab and did not. So Shiroshin is not grabbed anymore because I missed all 3 attacks. So you're grabbed until the end of the creature's next turn.
Oh, so since you used all 3 actions to
Yeah.
attack, yeah.
It's like you automatically grab until the end of the next turn, and then you can prolong that by using the grab action again, but I didn't do that because I just kept missing instead. So this ant is at least as unfamiliar with its own mechanical rules as I am. Boom, that will this I'm so sorry for like everyone listening to this. We'll edit this out too. But like Sam set such a high bar being an entertaining podcast GM, and it's big shoes to fill. Seeing that rock just destroy this ant, maybe that invigorates Hiram as it's his turn.
Invigorated but enfeebled. He's gonna take 3 iterative attacks, or at least his first attack. Let's not say where they're all gonna go. But his first attack against the Ant Widow. All right, that is a 22.
And that is a hit.
All right, excellent. 2d8 plus 3, because I am enfeebled. That is only 15 points of damage.
Well, it only had 14 left from the damage you'd done to it previously. And despite your poisoned nature, you have slaughtered a second ant.
And then, so that means he is going to direct his remaining attacks at the ant that is no longer grappling the pseudo dragon. So that is another 22 with a 14 off the die.
A 22 is another hit.
This one is only 11 points of damage, though.
11 points. It is still up.
All right. He is going to make one last attempt with his third attack at a +3. That is only a 13.
Alas, not quite. Why don't we, though, roll another fortitude save? See how Hiram's feeling with this poison.
How is he feeling indeed? Wow. This is great. This is super good.
Oh.
So that's for everyone at home. That's a nat 1 for a 13.
Yeah. Rolling a nat 1 would bring that fail down to a critical fail, which will progress you 2 stages to stage 3.
That sounds bad.
Very cool. I'm really glad I don't need strength for this character at all. Excellent.
So, only 5 points of damage, but you are now enfeebled 3.
Very good. All right, and that's Hiram's turn.
Okay, Majuli, it is you facing this ant that looks like it's on its last clicky-clack.
So for her first action, she will command Shirosen to come back away from it. And then with her last 2 actions, she is going to cast... You know what? Let's just hit it with an electric arc. Give me a... I believe it is reflex. Yep, give me a reflex save as she extends her hand and shoots a bolt of lightning at it.
Okay, let's see if 8 legs is like 9 lives. 17? I think that's gonna fail, huh?
DC 21, so that is a fail.
Ooh.
That is 3d4 plus 4 electricity damage. Let me grab my d4s. The 4, a 3, and a 2. So 9 plus 4 is 13 points of electricity.
Majuli, you have avenged the indignities done to your familiar as the scent and delightful aroma of crispy ant flesh fills this dim cavern. We are out of initiative.
They won't be marching anywhere anytime soon.
You really showed those ants.
Yeah, make a fortitude save there, Hiram.
Ow. Will do.
I should have kept us in turn order for this, but...
A 9 for a 21.
Okay, so that passes. That bumps you up. You recover to stage 2.
Oh, excellent. All right.
Love the affliction track in 2E. So you take 6 points of damage and are enfeebled 2. And then let's get one last fortitude save.
All right, just 1 second here. Wow, I am really down from this already. Wow. All right. That is a 12 for a 24.
Okay, that will be a success. As this poison takes its leave of you, it gives you a parting gift of 3 damage.
Wow, I'm at 46 of 73. That is something. All right. Take some time to heal. Yep. So yeah, Hiram's gonna use a lay on hands for himself, healing 6 back.
I was going to say Tulu from the shadows is like, Sphinx, get in there. And just sort of wedges itself right in between as you're getting ready to do a lay on hands. Like, let me get some of that. That doesn't actually happen.
I can do a... Banram can sing a little song and give somebody 24 HP.
Yeah, Sphinx is down 30.
All right, yeah, I will do the Hymn of Healing focus spell on Sphinx, which is fast healing 6 for 4 rounds, so basically 24 HP.
I will take all your bird healing. I need healing my own self.
I can also heal 1d8 plus 8 up to 4 times with my heal spell.
Excellent.
And lay on hands, is Hiram a 5th level champion all the way down?
Yes, he is. So is that, I'm unclear about what heightening is, or like, because it's telling me that I can restore 18 hit points, but I'm just unclear about why.
Yeah.
It should auto heighten your focus spell.
Yeah, your focus spells and any innate spells all auto heighten.
To half your level.
But that's still just for 1 focus point. I get 18 back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah, pretty great.
64. Yeah, I was looking at that and I was just like, that would be super whack to just be able to heal 18 with my 3 focus points at level 5. All right, that's a little bit better. Am I still enfeebled 1 or is it gone now?
It just lasted for a round and
Okay.
you're good.
Cool. So I guess I am going to try to heal myself using my medicine.
Well, I can heal you before you try a medicine check. I got a zillion level 1 spell slots.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have a really high medicine check, but yeah, please do.
Yeah, sorry for using all your healing on my bird.
Actually, if I do mine with a, let me see, if I do heal with a 3 action, I think it targets all, it acts as a burst healing. So anybody that's still got any injury that's within 30 feet of me will get it if I use 3 actions.
Well, I think with that one you have to roll, but if you do the 2 action, you just get like max on the die, right?
2 action increase the hit points. No, 2 action is increase the hit points restored by 8. So you just add an extra 8 to it.
So I'm only down 9 for context.
Yeah. So I was going to say, if the bird is still injured, my dragon is actually still a little hurt. I'll just do it as a burst. I'll do the 3 action.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think I need to heighten it to do an extra D8 because nobody's that far down, right? Or is the bird still that far down?
Only down 6, I think, right?
Okay. Yeah, so this will do a minimum of 9 points. So
All right. Very cool.
that's a 2 on the die, so that is 10 points of healing to everybody within 30 feet of her. Which gets my dragon back up to full, too.
And the ants rise.
Do we want to take 10 minutes to refocus while we're doing this? How does anybody else spend some focus points? I'm just rubbing my hands talking about focus points.
Yeah, I spent a focus point for that heal, so Banram will spend 10 minutes just doing a superhero pose. Completely oblivious to the world as he just stands there with his chest buffed out and his hands on his hips.
Hieronymus, of the clergy of Caden Kylene, engages in one of the more holy hymns for his 10 minutes. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around, and 98 bottles of beer remain for 10 more minutes. He's got his focus point back.
I mean, you've got a drink between every number, so it makes sense that it would take 10 minutes.
It's true. He's poisoned to 8. I don't know if that even...
Oh.
Nate, I like that it sounds like he's reflecting on an old pastime. Here's what you do. You got to take one down. You got to pass it around. And then, there'll be 98 bottles left.
The wisdom.
While everybody's doing their regaining their focus, Majouli's going to cast mage armor on herself since clearly there's enemies here. Which, fun fact, in 2E lasts until you re-prepare your spells.
Nice.
That's great.
Rather than a certain number of hours, yeah.
Is it too late to percept anything else? Since we seem to have found the majority of the danger, but also I've said that before.
It's never too late to percept. Unless, sometimes it's too late. But, not forever.
Do a quick just percept and see if there's anything else waiting for us as we perhaps approach this little pond guy. Okay, well that's not a real roll. That is better. 21 percept. Does that dig anything up?
Without a shovel, you take a penalty on dig perception. Yeah. No, you don't see anything new or previously undiscovered. You just see that statue of with the recall knowledge, Hiram at least would have recognized this statue as one of the 2 forms you might see ghosts are represented in. And that's it. Just this cool kind of leaf-shaped pool and a statue.
Right. And we've deduced that this is it prefers living things, so we should not put these dead ants right on in the pool. Unless they're undead? No, not undead.
Probably not.
I mean, we haven't really deduced. We have deduced that it hates the undead, but
Right.
I don't know if that necessarily equates to like loving live ants being drowned in its pool.
A laughing life.
But what if we try simply climbing into the pool?
That is something that someone could do. Could be done.
Bandram jumps in the pool without warning.
Man, what a loose cannon. What a free spirit.
Wild card.
He's only 6 years old.
Yeah, you jump into the water, and Bannerman is now wet.
Is that wet 1 or wet 2, Jeff?
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I was making terrible status jokes about if he's wet 2.
I have determined that jumping in the pool does not do anything.
Have you tried saying you're an offering out loud? We offer this child who's roughly shaped like a man.
This Benjamin Banram.
The curious case he is.
Maybe the ants have something to do with it. Should we? No, we've already said we shouldn't dump one of the ants in the water.
We can loot the ants.
So we see nothing else in the room besides 3 ant corpses and then this one contiguous pool that almost looks like 2. That's it. And the statue. Okay.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, you could see kind of what looks like ants where they had tunneled off to the west, but the passages there, if you could even call them that, are much too small to be of any value here.
Make an offering to go through, but prepare to feel the storm's wrath.
Can I just dip a finger, I guess a paw, in the other end of the pool?
By all means.
Just so carefully. I would like to just most careful paw dip.
You do a really careful dip, and your paw is also wet. And you hate it because you hate water.
I hate this.
You're shaking.
Yeah, make a will save or run in terror of the water. I'm kidding.
May Julie will pull out one of her 3 remaining silver pieces after buying her class gear and just flick it into the leaf-shaped part of the pool and see what happens.
Yeah, you flick your silver piece into the pool, and as it lands, you hear a booming voice from the statue, and it says, "Those who seek the blessing of the wind and the waves must face the storm's fury." And as the voice fades, the water from the pool explodes, blasting the chamber with brackish filth, and it reveals a towering creature made from the purest azure water, like a living tidal wave. The creature surges forward to attack, and we are going to roll again for initiative.
It's like a wave with hands.
It is like a wave with hands.
Little water bear. That's adorable.
Does it have a beard?
Who could say?
Looks like he's got like an angry old man face on that first wave break.
I wave to the wave.
Oh, you did it. You solved the wave puzzle.
Is this just regular initiative?
It is just regular perception initiative.
Meaning we roll with perception for initiative?
You do. So,
Great, okay.
what did Majuli get?
She is going to get, with a +8 and a 15 on the die, that would be a 23.
Excellent. What about old Hiram?
10 less for a 13.
He shouts against the fourth wall defiantly. What about Ban the Man?
You're not catching me by surprise again. 22.
Ooh. I like how in it everyone is. It's making it for me. Tolu.
Well, now feeling immense pressure to perform, and now I can't say words. So 21, the 21.
And the Waterman. I know what you're all thinking. A Waterman. And it gets a juicy 31 on initiative.
I believe I said it wasn't taking me by surprise, so
I know.
just bump that down by 10.
Oof. Yeah. Alas, it did catch you by surprise. And it is going to roll a d4. It pulls out this aquatic, nebulous, pyramid-shaped device. As a free action, rolls it and gets a 2.
Cannon.
Everyone's in luck as Hiram gets targeted. the least hittable of the party, minus perhaps a bird.
Not a critical, but it does hit. For sure.
But not that bird. The other bird. This creature will... it's within range to send this wave of water
All right.
out
Excellent.
at old Hiram. I'm going to hit you with a 31. So that hits you for some wet bludge. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that wet bludge.
Yeah, and it actually pulls you closer with the wave. 5 feet, right up, like it basically stepping into the pool, and will then attack you again. 29.
Definitely hits.
And that is 17 points of damage.
All right.
And pushes you back just because it's a cool ability. And it's a power move. Last time. Wow. This guy doesn't enjoy you. 24.
Yep, that hits. Oh, I guess no. Hold on, I'm going to use my raise shield action to be a 25, so it doesn't hit. Yeah, buddy, I'm at like half my hit points already. So
That is a soggy state of affairs. But you've seen this large creature just blast the poor drunkard twice, but miss the third time. And now Majuli is up.
Okay. Is Hiram's rapier magical?
I mean, it has like a striking rune in it, but I mean, are you asking, does it have a potency rune too? No.
No. I was wondering. I have a one of my spells I can use is magic weapon, but it makes it +1 and gives it striking.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense for me. I appreciate it though.
I could also cast Sanctuary on you to make it harder for it to attack you, because it really seems to not like you. Do you think you need to be healed?
I'm good. Just focus on the water.
Okay. Alright, I'll just focus on killing this thing then. Let's see. What else do I have? All creatures in a 60-foot line. That dumb bird. That wouldn't be useful. Trying to think what my damage is. You know what? It's probably not super happy with electricity. So I'm just going to cast Electric Arc because I can cast it as many times as I want. So the giant water creature needs to make a DC 21 reflex save.
Okay. Squeaked by with a 23 for half damage.
So that would be 7 points of electricity damage.
Yeah, it seems like that all goes through.
Yeah. Does it seem like it's doing more damage than expected, or just that it's not being blocked by anything?
If you had to, with your expert spellcasting prowess, gauge the effectiveness, you would say that it looks like it took about 7 points, not any extra.
Okay. Then for her final action, she is just going to cast Shield.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
First water blood has been dealt. And Banram, you were caught a little by surprise. Are you just full of rage now, mechanically?
He said he wasn't, though. He's so mad. He says,
I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious that shall catch your royal fleet far off. Be free and fare thou well.
and that is a Inspire Courage, but this time I'm going to do a Lingering Performance. That is a 31 on the Perform check versus, I think, a normal DC. I'm not sure how that...
Yeah. The DC by level for 5 is only 20, so you critically succeed.
Alright, so that lasts 4 rounds of Inspire Courage.
Awesome.
Nice work, Maestro.
And then I think he's gonna just take a little steppy doodle to the... I guess he's gonna actually head down south a little bit just to get a little space between him and the creature, and then he's gonna do a little gun gauntlet on the thing. So for a performance check, that is a 23 to freak it out with his mad pretend shooting skills.
Whoa.
Versus Will DC.
That is a success.
Alright, so it gets a -1 to attack anyone but Banram. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. You've inspired your allies, and Tolu is up.
Right? I feel inspired. As does my bird, I'm sure. I'm going to start. Action 1, do another hunt prey, and designate the waterman as my hunt prey. Action 1. Action 2, say, fly away, bird! You're in the way! And just ask Sphinx to head on out of the way, which I will resolve in just a second. Action 3, I would like to... I feel like I had an idea, now I've forgotten it, so I'm just gonna try and shoot at the water. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot at the water. That is a 23.
You hit the water.
Excellent. And because I have hunted this shot, again, I get that extra 1d8 on my first time striking, so here's a d8. Actually, let's just go roll these both at the same time. Oh, nice. That is an 8 plus 1 for 9. And then an extra d8 is a 5.
Wow.
So those two things together is like a 14.
It's exactly like a 14, yeah.
And as Tolu pulls back to release this arrow and yells to their bird companion, Sphinx, get out of the way! Sphinx will do so using their flyby attack to get the heck on out of there, but also they can make a talon strike at any point along the way. They will choose to do so, around the wet area there. And they'll move I'll just stand, diagonal up left from Banram, or they will, my bird. But also as they're going, they'll make a talon strike. Let's see how that goes. That is a... Goodness, 37? Yeah, right? Yes. No?
What?
15 plus 17. 27? That can't
32.
be right. 32. Okay, great.
That is a critical talon flyby attack.
Great. That is, some more d4 than I have. We're going to roll that in here. Wait for it. Just any second now. Here we go. It's really, here we coming up. All right. Oh, nice. It was a good little talon attack from the bird. That is 16 points of talon damage.
Wow.
Oh, and then the bird is also gone. Will not be swept up again.
That bird is pretty talented.
Aha!
Eh. Oh, man. If I gave a hero point out for every pun, you'd be rolling twice on everything. And you should have token movement access on all Sphinx.
Oh, great. Perf. And I will slide her, I think, out of the way. Right on over here. And that's my turn.
That was quite the turn from the ranger. Well, Hiram, you're looking a little worse for wear. You're up.
Yes, sir. So Hiram's just going to stride on up and make 2 attacks. That is a 31 to hit.
Ooh, almost a crit, but definitely a hit.
Excellent. All right. So that is 14 points of damage with the first attack. And then with his second attack, is a 9 on the die for a 20. Dirty.
Doesn't quite connect with this roiling waterfall-like creature.
That's the end of his turn.
Okay. That brings us to this creature who is somehow mechanically convinced based off the gunplay of Banram that attacking anybody else will be just a little more difficult. But you also get the suspicion that it prefers staying in the water, and you are just infuriatingly out of reach. However, not out of reach is the catman who did a number on it. A number that it's since been overridden by another number, but there was some damage. And despite the penalties, it will attempt to blast you with some more of that wet bludge. But roll just an atrocious 17 total.
With all the prowess of a cat not falling in a bath, Tolu dodges the wet bludge.
24 on the second attempt.
Does not dodge that bludge. That bludge is so wet.
There will be bludge. And that will be some damage of a numerical value we will call 14. And we'll pull you closer 5 feet because it can. And for its last wave attempt with words, it will miss feebly with a 12 total.
Tolu hisses.
Oh, it's awful. That was all 3 actions for this as yet unidentified water-based creature, which will then bring us to Majuli.
Okay. Majuli is going to begin casting a spell. You see her switch from her regular crouch into this slightly different position. Like she kind of slides one of her legs back, bends at the knee with the other one, and puts her hands down by her right hip. And you see this like ball of electricity and force energy starting to form, and that's her turn.
And we get the impression that 17 episodes later, perhaps, Majuli will unleash something. But Banram's up.
Alright, how about a recall knowledge check on the wet bludger?
Yeah, go ahead and do just that. It would be either Arcana or Nature, but you have that sweet, sweet Bardic lore too.
Yeah, let me just see if I have anything better. Nope, it's gonna have to be the Bardic lore. Natural 20
Whoa!
for 28.
Yeah, okay.
Wasted.
I mean, you say wasted. I say you could tell that this thing, which is in fact an elite living waterfall, is immune to some things like bleed, paralyzed, poison, and sleep, But other than that, the only thing it's resistant to at all is fire.
No weaknesses.
No weaknesses.
Well, that's sad.
Weak to sand. Nah, I'm making that up.
All right, well, Banram will, of course, let all of his companions know that, and then he's going to fire off a telekinetic projectile. That is a 31 to hit.
Ooh, almost a crit. That definitely hits the living waterfall.
That is 15 bludgeoning damage.
15. Wow. Bludgeon back the bludger.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Tolu's up.
Doing it. I'm jumping in. Question, do we have 5 feet step here?
Step is a move.
You can step. It's one of your actions, though.
Okay, great. I'm feeling like I should just inch away from this little guy. So Tolu will start by taking a step back. We're gonna go ahead and use that hunted shot to do a little quick double-y guy again, or try to. So I think I'm just gonna roll 2 d20s and hope they turn out better than the last couple of rolls. Actually, the rolls before that, because the last 2 were okay. Great. Okay, so you said the second one is at a -5?
Yes, unless you have...
Or wait, it's 5 total.
Unless you're flurry edge.
Yeah, I don't. No, I just got the precision. Okay, so let's say a 19 and a 9.
Unfortunately, both of those arrows don't find purchase. Neither of them hit.
All right, so Tolu fires 2 arrows, sees both of them kind of go wide, and says, "Sphinx, back to me!" And Sphinx is just going to go on, do another one of those little flyby attacks. Zoom right on over here next to Tolu, and let's see if they have a better chance of hitting than we did. Another Talon. That is a regular 30.
It's a natural 30.
Just a
Yeah.
30.
Although I'm suspicious of Sphinx's die. That does hit.
Okay, so now I'm concerned. Do you not roll a d20 for a bird?
No, you said a regular 30. It made me think it's not a dirty 30. It's a...
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's irregular. But last time I was trying to do complicated math, by which I mean incorrect math, and this time it's just I'm sure it's a 30. But I'm gonna throw it out there. 13 plus 17, def 30. That's just how math works. Okay, here we go. Should have pulled out D4 while I was waiting. Much better this time. Yeah, no, that'll do. 3d4 plus 8. 18. 18 points of Talon damage.
Wow. So that's what you rolled for Sphinx last time on the crit. Did you not double it last time?
Oh, shoot. Oh, dear. No, I sure didn't. No, this is...
Or is this doubled? I'm trying to... So it should have taken 16 more damage. So, yeah, that bird is strong. So all of a sudden, instead of taking 18, it's like, whoa! It feels like 34.
That's a good bird. Good for you, bird! Yeah, no. Definitely, this bird is outstanding. It's only like plus 17, which is wild.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, this bird is all around better than my character. I will now be playing bird.
Your bird is stronger than your paladin? You have a higher to hit for sure than I do.
That's impressive. Yeah, quite the series of Talon attacks from Sphinx. Really riddled that guy with claws. Sphinxes like riddles. That brings us to Hiram.
Sam, is Banram still doing his thing?
It's sustained for 4 rounds, so this is cool. Still round 2.
All right, I'm going to attempt to hit it with the ferocity of the bird. That could only help. No, it's only a 20.
Oh, unfortunately not enough to strike.
Yeah, I cannot keep up with an animal companion as a full martial class here. All right, that's a 17 for a 26.
That will hit.
There we go. All right, that is 19 points of piercing damage for reduction. And if it is still up, I will swing at it one more time.
He's dead, Jim. Before Majuli's magic gets to go off, between the absurd talon damage and everything else thrown at it, Hiram's sort of making up for the whooping he took in the first round. He manages to kind of cleft this waterfall in twain with a piercing weapon. It's insane how he does it, but
Sometimes you gotta stab a waterfall to death.
It's true.
you certainly don't want to go chasing it. But yeah, we are out of initiative, and as this waterfall falls, you hear another grinding sound as yet another door is revealed.
Right. I'm gonna lay on hands again. Cause ow.
This is delightful. This is not dangerous at all and very fun, right? Everybody having a great time. Nobody's getting injured. Everyone is jazzed.
Totally good time.
Are we taking the 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 10 minutes to patch myself up.
All right, I'll do a refocus.
My bird is kind of hurt. I'm okay. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
I have no idea what the ruling is. I'm assuming I just lose the spell slot of that spell I was charging up but never actually got to fire.
Imagining it's just there's a thunder beam somewhere just waiting to go off.
Yeah, can I just keep concentrating on this and as we walk into the next room?
I wish, from what I'm seeing, kind of like we're supposing.
Yeah, I think I just lose it. Well, it was my first level 2 one of the day, so yeah. I still got 3 more level 2 spells.
Yeah, once you start to cast a spell activity, it's consumed.
In that case, she's actually going to fire it then. So a giant beam of electricity and force damage fires off 120 feet directly in front of her. And then she is glowing, providing a light source for the next 1 minute. And anybody that gets within 1 square of her takes radiant damage. So everybody kind of stay away.
Nice. Then this feels like a natural, we just opened a door place to call it, and I'll stop my recording.
I would like to make an announcement. I enjoy Pathfinder 2. 2nd edition. I'm going to buy so many freaking books.
The 3-action economy is the best decision Paizo ever made on anything, including the decision to create Pathfinder.
I am shocked. And we should all be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's great. It makes everyone get to feel like a strategist. I was like, I am so good at moving right now. I'm going to turn myself off. That's embarrassing.
Okay, so we should stop the recording then, probably.
Yeah, you know what? We're all going to bed. Pod Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine, LLC. All rights reserved. Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and the Sundered Waves one-shot adventure are property of Paizo Incorporated and are used under Paizo's community use policy. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. See the show notes for additional music and licensing information. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Right, so maybe this time I'll poke my head through and just make sure that we're not going to get attacked by ants. I've again traveled to a new part of London, but it's fine. England, I'm sorry, that's not a country. It's a city, but it's also not a country because we're... Just cut all that out.
Oh no, I deleted Bannerham, which is fine because I accidentally typed it in as Barnum, so I'll put it back in correctly. You said a 22? We'll edit that out. It's not even a good blooper.
Actually, I don't know if it's half or if it's nothing because it's just a heightened cantrip. Oh no, it is. It is still half. Yep, it is still half. Yeah.
If it's a basic save, then it's half damage.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I'm used to 1E where saving on a cantrip means it just does nothing but make a fart sound.
Then we find Tolu back at the top of this right now turn. It's theirs.